Good morning, students. Today we are again taking this chapter number 5, matter and chemical formula. Today in this chapter we will cover these points. First, chemical symbols, atomicity, chemical formula, how we can write a formula, what are chemical reactions and how they can be written in the form of equations, and in the last, how a chemical equation can be balanced. First, we are starting from chemical symbols. First, John Dalton gave the pictorial symbols for 20 elements. In that time, he made different type of pictures for all these different elements. For example, for oxygen, he made a circle. In this picture, you can see. For hydrogen, he put a dot inside it. For nitrogen, a vertical line was drawn in between the circle. In this manner, he made different pictures for these 20 elements. But it was very difficult to learn all these pictures. So later on, progress was done in this field and different symbols were made. And nowadays, we are using alphabet to write the chemical symbols. For writing chemical symbol, there are different rules. First is that for writing in chemical symbol, first letter of any element is taken. For example, for hydrogen, H is taken. For oxygen, O is taken. For carbon, C is taken. But this is the first one. But if the name of two or more elements start from the same letter, then the second letter is written in small case. For example, for hydrogen, H is taken, but for helium, first letter H is capitalized and the second letter is written in small case. For carbon, C is written, but if we are talking about calcium, first letter is written in the capital form, that is C, and the second letter in the form of small letters. In this manner, different symbols are written. Next, for some elements, their Latin names are different, so their symbols are taken from their Latin names. As you can see in this table, here for potassium, K is written because its Latin name is Kalium. For copper, Cu is written because its Latin name is cuprum. For mercury, Hg is written because its Latin name is hydrogen. For silver, Ag is written because its Latin name is argentinum. And for gold, Au is written because its Latin name is aurum. For sodium, Na is written because its Latin name is ne. Now we will take the second topic, that is atomicity. Atomicity means number of atoms present in a molecule. As I discussed in previous video that atoms cannot exist freely. To become stable, different atoms combine in different form and they will form the molecules. Only some non-reactive gases, non-inert gases and some noble metals like gold, silver, they can be found in single atomic form. These molecules which have only single atom in their one molecule, they are known as monoatomic. The second, diatomic like hydrogen, H2, oxygen, O2, nitrogen, N2, like this. Here, different type of molecules are, but there are some other elements also like phosphorus, ozone, sulfur, where more than 2 atoms are found in a molecule. In ozone, 3 atoms will combine. In phosphorus, 4 atoms will combine together. In sulfur, S8, and in boron, 12 atoms will combine together. And all the number of atoms are written in the subscript form. Now, we will take the third topic, that is chemical formula. To write the name of any compound in symbolic form is called chemical formula. In a chemical formula, we will use the symbols. For example, we want to write the formula of water molecule. Here, two hydrogen atoms will combine together to form with one atom of oxygen, and they will form one molecule of water. This is H2O. Here 2 is written as subscript. It shows that two hydrogen atoms are there and one oxygen atom will combine to form the water molecule. Now, valency. Valency is the combining capacity of any element. Here, this valency can be determined with the help of number of electrons present in the outermost orbit of any atom or atomic structure. If the number of electrons in the outermost orbit of any atom is less than 4, then the number present itself is its valency, and if it is more than 4, but what number is actually required to complete the 8 or octet, that difference is that valency. So, some elements also are there which have more than one valency also. For example, copper has sometimes 1, so it is charged Cu plus, and sometimes it has valency 2 also. Now, how we can write a chemical formula? For writing this chemical formula, you can observe the given table. Here, first we will write the symbols of the elements of that compound. For example, for water, we are writing H and O. Now, in the second step, we will write the valency of both these elements. Then, in third step, we will interchange the valencies. And in fourth step, we will just simplify the number in the subscript if these valencies are divisible by a common number, and if it is not so, then we will retain them as such. In this manner, different chemical formulae are written, which are shown in the following tables. In first table, the formula of calcium oxide is written, and for writing calcium oxide, the symbol of calcium and oxygen are written. The valency of calcium is 2 and the valency of oxygen is also 2. Now the valencies are interchanged. After interchanging the valency, their number is written as subscript, and in this manner they are written. But as you know that these both can be simplified by 2, so the formula of calcium oxide is written in this manner. In this manner, chemical formulae are written. Now, chemical reactions. You have read about physical changes and chemical changes in previous class. Physical changes when no new substance is formed, and chemical change when any new substance is formed. If this chemical change can be written in the form of a reaction, is called chemical reaction, and this chemical reaction will be represented in the form of symbols, then it is called chemical equation. Chemical equation is solved 2 parts. Here we can take the reaction of anything, for example carbon. When burned with oxygen, it will form carbon dioxide. Here, both these parts are separated with the help of an arrow. On this side, this is called left hand side, and here the reactants are represented, and these are called products, which are on right hand side. These are known as products. Now, this is a chemical equation, but the number of atoms of each element should be equal on both these sides. Though in this equation, all atoms are equal on both hand sides, but if there can be any other reaction like hydrogen plus oxygen, this gives rise to water. Here, the number of hydrogen and oxygen atoms on left hand side and right hand side are not similar. So if there are to make the number similar, we will balance the equation, and this is called balanced chemical equation. Now how this chemical equation can be balanced, we will understand by this example. We will take the example of iron plus oxygen gives rise to iron oxide, that is called ferric oxide. Here Fe is the symbol of iron, it is oxygen, and it is iron oxide. In this symbol, in this equation, we will balance the number of atoms on both hand sides. To do this, first we will count the number of atoms on left hand side and on right hand side. On left hand side, the number of iron atoms 1 and here 2. Of oxygen, if we talk, on left hand side the number of oxygen atoms is 2, but here 3. So we will write a common coefficient to make balance this equation. Here we will not disturb the subscripts. We will only put proper coefficient to make the number of atoms equal on both hand sides. Here, to balance this, we will write this. Here in oxygen atoms are 3 and on here oxygen atoms are 2. To do this, we will write in this equation Fe plus O2 gives rise to Fe2O3. Here we will write the coefficient. To similar, we can write here 2, and this oxygen will be balanced if we will write here 3. Now oxygen atoms 3 to the 6. 6 oxygen atoms are on left hand side and 3 to the 6. 6 oxygen atoms are on right hand side. Now to make balance the iron atoms, there are 4 iron atoms on right hand side. So here we will put a coefficient 4 to balance this chemical equation. Now this is known as balanced chemical equation. Thank you.